As soon as you arrive downtown in the CBD, your car is going to cost this amount of money per day during a set of hours. We could do that. Encourage employers to cluster where their employees live, and the reverse is true. Encourage employees to cluster where the employers are. We have to think about that and have a dialogue as a community. Welcome commercial employment within residential areas. Do you know it's not legal to have an office in your house that employs a person? Only you. Well, that's not necessarily a sustainable practice. Why can't we have home offices in residential areas employing people? And they'll walk to work. I mean, I've had a student in my house for the last 3 years, and he walks to work. I mean, it's it's a no-brainer. Here's really a discussion of why this has happened, in particular with respect to the green energy. Why have we arrived where we are? And it's because of market restructuring. We floundered in the last decade how to do market restructuring because we took timid steps. The bold steps are going to work. It's happening. Provincial governments are finally saying to themselves, we have a role in creating this vision of an eco-sustainable industry, eco-sustainable society, a low GHG impact. The provincial governments are getting their acts together. I won't even comment on the federal government, but we now have activism at the government level leading to the idea of let's make real change happen. So I guess my experience is a sense of encouragement and a positive sense of it can actually work. But we as a society have to give guidance and allow our political leaders some, we have to trust them that they can do it. So when they make changes, let's experience the change, wait the 5 years or 10 years for that change to roll out and have its evolutionary effect in our lives, and then decide if that's what we want to do, or continue with that type of approach. But market restructuring has been, so far, in my opinion, a very effective way to do it. Our question now is, what next? How much more of that are we willing to have? So for the balance of today, I think our dialogue should be how much, just like I said, how much more of this market restructuring do we want to have? Is this what we want to do? Do we want to make markets change by dictum, by regulation, or by information, or by what? We're here to talk about that. We're here to think about the experience of the Green Energy Act and the relative effectiveness of it because of its intensity and broad sweeping nature. Now we want to think our way through other aspects of the world that we live in, be it the food chain, the real estate world, architecture, transport markets. How active do we want to be in restructuring those? It's up to us to figure that out. Well, there you go. That is the rambling, incoherent end, but I actually lied because I have a couple more slides. We did some studies on Ottawa Centre just for the sake of fun. What could we do in terms of putting solar on roofs? So we looked at it, and these are just some of the criteria that we looked at. Obviously, you don't want to put solar panels on the north side of a house, you put them on the south. You have to be sensitive to shading because shade such from trees or poles will kill the effectiveness of a solar panel. So not every place can enjoy the use of it. These are all the communities that we studied. It's again just centric to Ottawa Centre. We did some individual assessments of suitability within target neighborhoods. We categorized houses as to how well they would take the conversion to being a solar generator, and we put it into 4 categories of acceptance. We came up with some fabulous numbers. There's over 55,000 residences in Ottawa Centre alone, and we counted them. And excuse me for a second, we decided that the suitability factors would encourage possibly 10,000, maybe 11,000 homes in Ottawa Centre to convert to solar. And if there's a tendency of the individual owners of at least 10% of them, call that the market penetration, that's still going to be something in the range of 1.7 megawatts of power in the next 5 years or so, which is a huge amount of power. It's pretty exciting. So it can happen. I guess that's it. That's it for me. Thank you very much. Oh, one last. I love this. We counted the man hours associated with deploying that much solar, and it's 32,000 man hours. So that's an example of we can create employment. That's 16 man years. It's pretty neat. That's it, folks.